Hello, my name is Mike, and welcome to GeezerViz. In this episode, we are going to talk about one of the dangers of having a YouTube channel, so stay tuned.
GeezerViz.
When I talk about danger of having a YouTube channel, it's not really danger, but it's an observation, I guess. So when I'm making videos, and I think I've made somewhere around 30 some videos, and when I'm making these videos, I spend a lot of time on my computer doing the editing. And when I see myself on the smaller screen, it's all right. But then when I put it on a 65-inch screen, high definition, I get to see all the things that I don't like about myself right there on a huge screen. And so, the danger is you don't really want to see that stuff, and so maybe you should change. And so it looks a little bit better. Now, I'm obviously overweight. I've been overweight since my early 20s. That's when I started putting on the weight. And I've yo-yo dieted. I've lost weight. I've gained weight. Seems like you spend a year losing weight and then spend 2 months putting it all back on. But that's something I can change. I should change, and I can start eating better and doing a little more exercise, and that'll be better. And so I'll probably do that. I should do that, huh? The other thing that I don't like about myself, and I haven't liked about myself for a very long time, are my teeth. Both the color of my teeth and the crowding that I have of my teeth. And so I was scrolling through Facebook and saw this ad for the Smile Direct Club. And I thought, you know what? Let me check them out. And so I did some research on them. And they have a huge number of complaints through the Better Business Bureau. 1,700 something. And I don't know if that was just the local chapter of the Smile Direct Club or if that was for the entire business. I just put in our local store here, and that's what came back was around 1,700 complaints. That is huge. That is a huge number of complaints. But the rating of the Better Business Bureau was A-. And it said the reason for the minus rating was because of the number of complaints. They also have a lot of customers. So the 1,700 sounds like a lot. I think it is. But when you compare that to 500,000 customers, it's a small percentage. And I read through some of the complaints. And some of them, just didn't really resonate with me. Some of them did. And I looked at that rating, that A- rating. And the reason it's still an A is because the complaints have been resolved. And they've been resolved to the complainant's satisfaction, either because they've said so or because they just failed to respond back to the Better Business Bureau when they asked if it was resolved. So I got to believe it was resolved if they didn't reply. And so I thought, you know what? I should give them a try. The cost of braces is expensive. The cost of the Invisalign is just as expensive as braces, and the cost of this was less than all of that. So I thought I'd give them a try, and so I went down to their office in Tacoma, and they talked to me about their program, and I decided to go ahead and do it. So when you start this journey for the Smile Direct Club, one of the first things you have to do is get a good impression of your teeth. And there's two ways you can do that. You can either go into their office and have a 3D scan done of your teeth, or you can have them send you a mold that you bite into and then send that back, and then they make your aligners based on that mold. I decided that I didn't want to try the mold. And so I decided to go into their office in Tacoma and have a 3D image taken of my teeth. I just felt that would be better overall it'll be more accurate, because if you put that mold in and you don't put it in quite right, you don't bite down quite right, I'm just afraid that the aligners just wouldn't be built quite right and they wouldn't fit well. And some of the complaints for the Better Business Bureau talked about how the aligners didn't fit right. They kind of dug into their gums, or just didn't feel like they should. And so I thought, you know what, I'll do the 3D thing. So I went into their office, and right away they sit you down. They talk a little bit about the aligners. They talk about your smile. They're all about the smile. They want to take pictures of your smile, and really, I don't know how to smile, showing my teeth. I don't know how to do it, because so long when I've smiled, I've kept my mouth closed, because I just didn't like my teeth. And so they said they're going to change all that for me. And they take this wand and they rub it around the inside of your mouth. And this wand can take 600 pictures per second. And they rub it around inside your mouth, and they make a really good 3D image of your teeth. And on the screen, they can rotate it around, and you can really see what your teeth look like. And so I felt, that's pretty darn accurate. So it's a lot better than biting into a mold. Then they take that image of your teeth and they send it to their lab, and they feed it into a 3D printer. And that 3D printer then spits out your aligners. And they start with, they start just by moving your teeth a little bit, and then you take those aligners out, you put in the next ones, and they move it a little bit more. And for my particular plan, once they took a look at the images, they have a dentist take a look at the images, determine if you're a good candidate for this or not, and then they decide kind of how long it's going to take for you to get your teeth aligned. And for me, they said 4 months. So in 4 months, I should have straight teeth, so they say. So this video is going to be, 4 months in the making. And I've put the original aligners in, so I've worn those for a couple of days, and I can certainly feel my teeth moving. And I'm afraid that it's going to affect my bite, so, maybe my bite will change a little bit. We'll have to see about that. They said it shouldn't, but that doesn't mean it won't. So who is a good candidate for this kind of alignment? I would say the best people suited for this are people who need minor corrections to their teeth. They're not people who have really bad oral health. Probably people who wore braces in the past, but then never wore their retainers, and so their teeth moved, and they want to get them back in line. For me, I've never had braces, but my bite was always really good, and that's why when I was a kid and my mom took me to a dentist, in the mid-60s, and the dentist took a look at my teeth and says, well, he's got a good bite, so he doesn't need to wear braces. And my mom says, hey, do you want to wear braces? Well, I'm a kid. Heck no, I don't want to wear braces. So I said, no, I don't want to wear braces. And so they said, okay, fine, we won't give you any braces. Well, I probably should have had braces. But anyway, my teeth aren't really bad. I mean, there's crowding. Here's an image of what my teeth look like when I started. I know, pretty gross, huh? And so that's the correction that we're going for. You're not a good candidate if you have really whacked out teeth. Although they did show me some pictures of people whose teeth were, widely spaced and pointed all different directions, and they were able to correct those. So it really depends. The total cost for this alignment is right around $1,900. So they say it's a 4-month plan, $1,900. They gave me some money off. They sent me some coupons and that kind of stuff because I hesitated and did my research before I did this. And so the longer I wait, it seems like the more coupons they give you. And so I ended up like $150 off that price. And then when you're done with this, then you need retainers. And these retainers will be retainers that you only wear at night. And those cost $100 a set. And they say you have to change those about every 6 months or so. because they wear out. And then they also are really into changing the color of your teeth. And so they have this tooth whitening product that you can use as well. And I'll talk a little bit about this. I have not used that yet. I thought I wanted to wait for my teeth to get a little bit better aligned before I tried to start using a whitening gel on the teeth. So let's take a look at the box. Let's take a look at what came in the mail after I got my images done and after they made the aligners. And actually the time between getting the image done and my aligners arriving in the mail was less than 3 weeks. So they were able to get it out pretty quickly. So let's look at the box. So there you go. There's the box that they gave me. And this is what came in the mail. Open for a lifetime supply of confidence. But before I open that, I want to show you what they gave me while I was in the office. So while I was in the office, they gave me this. And this is part of the whitening kit. And so I'll open this up here. And what you can see here is one of the whitening gel pens. And you put this on your 6 top teeth and your 6 bottom teeth in the front. And then once you do that, then you take this little gizmo here, which is a LED light. And you put that in your mouth and that activates the gel. And you leave that in for like 5 minutes. And then your teeth are done for a few weeks. So I don't know exactly how long these pens are supposed to last, but you get enough of them for about a 6-month supply. This one here is probably good for a few weeks. So I don't know if then you either keep it up or your teeth return back to the same color. I just don't know that for sure. This gizmo needs a power supply. And so they also gave you this with all these different connectors here, so you can hook it into your cell phone. So let me hook this up here real quick and you can see what it looks like. Ta-da! So that's the light that you put in your mouth that activates the gel pens. Pretty cool, huh? So let's go ahead and take a look at what's actually in the box that they send you. So I'm going to have to set it down here like this. Move the camera up. So the first thing you'll notice that there's a welcome to the club sign. So they're talking about my 4-month journey. They also give me a plastic case to keep the aligners in. This is a lip balm here. Some more of the whitening pens. Under here are chewies that help you put your aligners in. This little tool here has a little hook on it, so that if your aligners get stuck in your mouth and you have a hard time getting them out, you can just use that hook to pull them out. Up here are the instructions. They also give you an emery board, so that if you need to grind off some of the sharp corners on your aligners, you can do that with this. You can just file it off a little bit. And some instruction books. And once you're all done, I'm going to look just like that guy. That's great. I'm going to lose weight, lose years, and have straight teeth. Isn't that great? And here in the front of this box are all the aligners. So I've taken one package out already, and I've been using those, and I'll show you those. But these I only wear for the first week. And then all the other ones you just pull out of here. So these are the next ones that I'll wear, and then the rest of them are back inside that hole there. And I'll wear these for a week, then I'll wear these for a week, then the other ones in there I'll wear for 2 weeks, and then go back 1 week, 1 week, 2 weeks. So there's enough aligners in here for 4 months of using them. And then that's what they say at the end of that 4 months, I should be okay. One thing they also want you to do is they want you to take pictures of your teeth at certain intervals so you can send them in to the doctor or the dentist, and the dentist will then take a look and see if you're making your progress. So underneath this, oh, one thing I forgot to mention is this space right here, that was supposed to be for a little booklet that gave you inspiration. Apparently, they figured I don't need inspiration because they didn't give me the little book. But underneath here is the dreaded smile stretcher. Let me show you this thing. Okay, the smile stretcher. This device you put in your mouth, it actually goes this way so that you can get your lips out of the way and take a good image. Let me show you how this goes in. Okay, to put this in properly, you have to have it oriented right. So this part goes to the bottom. Then you've got a wider plastic piece here, which goes in your mouth first, and then a smaller plastic piece here. So your lips kind of fit right inside that channel. Great, huh? So here's a picture of what my teeth looked like at the very beginning of all of this. I'm going to take some pictures maybe once a week or so, and you can see the progression of what my teeth are doing if they're moving properly. So let's put a liner in so you can take a look at what that looks like. Inside my case, I have my aligners already. Here they are. They look like my mouthpieces I used to wear when I played football, except they're very, very thin, very flexible. And it's amazing that how this little piece of plastic can actually move your teeth around. So I have to make sure that I get the right ones. So these are for I washed them off. These are for my uppers. I can tell because of my excessively large canine teeth. And that's it, it's in. And then my bottoms. That's it. So if they don't seat properly, those chewies that I showed you are little pieces of rubber. And and now they're properly seated in there. So I can still talk with them in. I do talk with a little bit of a lisp with them in, but you can see, can't really see them. I mean, they're a little shiny, but you can't really see them. So I'm gonna wear these for 4 months. You have to wear them 22 hours a day. The only time you can take them out is when you eat. And then before you put them back in, of course, you have to brush your teeth, floss your teeth, and then you can put them back in. Sleeping with them hasn't really been a problem. They're a little uncomfortable at first. They loosen up because your teeth are moving. And so these went in really easy. This is day 3 for me. And so they went easier today than they did when I first got them because my teeth are moving. And so that's why at the end of the week, I'll switch to another liner, which will be tighter. And then eventually those will loosen up as well. Kind of a pain. I don't have any sharp edges that I need to trim. My tongue wants to touch the edges, and so it's part of getting used to them. So somewhere around here, I should have a URL that if this is something you'd like to do, take down this URL and contact them, and you'll get a discount on the price. I'll get a couple bucks for referring you, but then you'll also get the tooth whitening kit with the light as well, so you can keep up with your teeth whitening. Because, like I said before, I didn't like the color of my teeth. It's not that they're horrible. I was a long-time smoker when I was younger. I mean, I haven't smoked in 20 years, but prior to that, I was a long-time smoker. And so I'm sure that stained my teeth as well. And trying to recover from some of that. So hopefully that tooth whitening will help with that. So let's take a look at this journey and see how it's going. Okay, it's been about 100 days since I started this whole process. Now, the Smile Direct Club is supposed to reach out to you at 90 days and ask you to take some pictures and show exactly how much progress you've made. But they never reached out to me. And so I'm wondering if this is where some of those complaints have come from. Because I asked on their website 3 times to be contacted, a couple times through text messaging, and then finally I found a link buried in an email where they were trying to sell me something that was, hey, if you want to contact us, use this link. So then I tried that link. So it took me a while before I ever got a response back. And then finally, and I don't know if that's because of the COVID thing that's going on, and they're just not as responsive as they normally would be, which is highly likely. So I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt there. But they sent me a survey, asked me to take some pictures, which I did. And then about 3 days later, they said, you know what? You're not progressing as far as you should. And so we're going to remake some of your aligners and send those out to you at no charge to you, except for a $30 charge that they're going to make and then somehow credit back, or I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work. Something to do with the shipping costs. And so they're going to remake some of my aligners. So I only have 2 aligners left before I'm supposed to be done with this whole program. And I'm going to show you my teeth here, and you can see that with just 2 aligners left, I don't think it's going to take care of my entire issue. So you can see on my lower teeth, the crowding that used to be there is not as bad, but there are a couple of teeth that are still pretty out of control. Hopefully, when those new aligners arrive, there'll be a few more sets in there that'll take care of some of that crookedness that's on the bottom. On the top, it's doing pretty good. There's just some spacing that isn't quite right, so it feels like some of my teeth have wider spaces than maybe they should. But they're getting a little straighter across the top. But there's some gaps in there that need to be closed up. And so I don't know if this is going to add extra weeks to the program or not. You know, it's really funny. They originally told me it'd be about 5-6 months. And when they sent me my first set of liners, it was 4 months. So maybe this is the extra couple of months it's going to take to actually get my teeth to where I want them to be. So they'd let me know when they shipped out my new aligners, which they still haven't done. And so it's pretty slow getting those. And actually, they're not going to be able to ship new aligners to me. I guess what they're shipping to me is an impression kit. With the COVID-19 closures, all of their offices are closed. So I can't go in and get that 3D scan like I did last time. So what they're going to do is they're going to send me an impression kit, and then I'm going to bite into that impression kit and send that back to them, and they'll make my new aligners from that. So I guess I'm probably still a couple of weeks out before I have those new aligners. So I'll just keep wearing the ones I have until that's all done. And then hopefully they'll send those out and I'll be able to get my teeth where I want them to be. As far as the whitening part goes, I tried it once and I just got a lot of whitening material on the aligner themselves. Because I did it on my teeth, I waited for the period of time that they tell you to wait, and then I put my aligners in, and then when I took those aligners out, they had a lot of that whitening material on them. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to wait until I'm completely done with my alignment, and I move into the retainer stage before I try that whitening. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, really not 100% satisfied with Smile Direct Club. I don't know how much of this is out of their control and how much of this is regular business, but we'll see what happens when I get those new aligners. Okay, I didn't think I was going to be able to show this to you in this journey to try to get straight teeth, but yesterday in the mail I got my kit. And so this is the Smile Direct Club Home Self-Impression Kit. Since I went into the office and had a digital image done of my teeth, I didn't need to do this step. But since my teeth aren't fully straight and I'm on my last set of aligners, they sent me this kit so they can make new aligners for me. Let's go ahead and open up the box and see what's in here. First up, you'll see that we've got the instructions. So like with all instructions, throw those away. This is a little seal that you use to reseal the box when you're done, because this is also the box that you use to ship the aligners back in. Then you have your trays, and this is what you'll put this putty in order to make your impression. And you'll see you have different colors of a putty here, and when those two are mixed together, that's what begins to set quickly. I think you have like 90 seconds between the time you start blending that to get it into the tray and get it into your mouth. And then it has to stay in your mouth for a couple of minutes. So I've got 1, 2, then lift here, and I've got another set here with more putties. Take all of this stuff out. And then underneath all of this mess, Smile Stretcher. I've already got one of those. And it looks like some gloves. So let's start to do this and see if we can figure it out. So they have 4 sets, 2 sets for upper, 2 sets for lower. I think the first step is your practice set to make sure you get it right, but they do want all 4 sets returned. You can see I have a phone here that I'm going to use as a stopwatch to track how much time to leave the trays in my mouth. But I also have the 4 sets of trays with the 4 sets of putty, the sticker, the Smile Stretcher, because they do want you to take pictures, and then the gloves. And that's everything that I'll need to do this. So I'm going to give this a try. Alright, I made a joke about throwing away the instructions. What happened is that once I knew I was going to get this kit, the Smile Direct Club has sent me multiple emails, multiple text messages, and a video on how to do this. And they kept saying, hurry up, send this back, send this back. Well, I got this kit yesterday, which was June 2nd. Today, I'm going to be doing this, which is June 3rd. And they tell me I have to have this back by June 4th. So they don't give you really any time to get this back to them. So I've got really today to do this and get it back. And they say you have to do this in order to be reimbursed for the cost of all of this. Because when I bought the program, it's warranted. And it's warranted that my teeth are going to be straight to my satisfaction, which they aren't right now. And so I don't know why they only give you 1 day to do this and what the hurry is. But anyway, this is what they're doing. They're saying you gotta hurry up and get this back. All the text messages, I got a text message just this morning that says, hey, hurry up and return your kit. I just got it yesterday. So I do still have the instructions. I'm still going to use those. And this is how I know that once I start mixing these clays, I guess they're silicone. So if you're allergic to silicone, this isn't going to be a good option for you. But the 2 different colors of clay, once you use silicone, once you start mixing that together, you really only mix it for less than 30 seconds. You have to do it quickly. And then you have to roll it like a snake, like you used to do with your Play-Doh. and put it inside the tray, and then use that tray to put it inside your mouth and push this up. So I better get a towel. I bet I'm gonna drool. Gross. Now I'm ready. Well, I'm done. They don't make gloves for people with really big hands, but it worked for just fine. And so now these are being ready to be sent back. There you go. There they are. They didn't all turn out great. So we'll just see if these are good enough for them to do what they want to do. That's why I like the digital imaging better, because it didn't rely on me trying to get these in there just right. So we'll see if these aligners that they ship me fit, or if they agree that these probably aren't the best impressions and want me to do it again. So off this goes to the post office. Here we are 3 months later. I'm sitting out here on my back porch at my house and thought I'd give you an update of where I am in this process. So I was on my last week of aligners and I thought, you know what? I should be getting my retainers pretty soon. When I first signed up for the Smile Direct Club, I got an email saying, hey, you know what? You should order your retainers now and you can get a discount, because you have to replace them every 6 months, and so we'll just put you on an automatic replacement schedule and automatically bill you for those replacements, but you'll get like a discount like on your third set or something like that. Something crazy, I forget exactly what it was. And so I'm on my last week of aligners and I thought, you know what, I haven't heard from anybody from the Smile Direct Club about my retainers. So I better see where we are in that process to make sure they're going to deliver them on time. So I got on an online chat with a customer service representative, and I asked, where are my retainers? And they said, well, we haven't shipped you any. I said, well, I'm on my last set of aligners, so I need my retainers. They said, well, you never signed up for them. Yeah, I did. I signed up for them in an email and said I wanted them, and I got a confirming email saying that I was all set to go. And they said, oh, well, there must have been a problem with your credit card. And I said, you know what? I'm not really happy with your service. And no sooner did I type that in the chat that I was immediately redirected to somebody else. And so this new person comes on the line and says, hey, what's going on? And so I kind of vented a little bit. And so for the Smile Direct Club communication that they do for you once you are a customer, they get a grade of F. F minus. They are horrible at communication. They know who I am. They know what my schedule is. They know how to contact me. They know I want retainers. Even this new person said, yeah, I did sign up for the retainers, but they just didn't make them or send them out or whatever. I don't know what the excuse was there. And so I don't know why aren't they reaching out to me when they need to be reaching out to me to ask if I'm ready for my retainers. And so I told her, I said, you know what? I don't think I want the retainers right now because I'm still not happy with my smile. I'm not happy with all of my teeth. I still have a couple. They've been the problematic teeth throughout this whole journey, and they're still a little wonky. They're not perfect. I could have settled and said they're good enough, but you know what? I paid for straight teeth, so I want straight teeth. And she said, okay, well, I'll send you a link, and then just follow the instructions on that link, take some pictures and send them in, and we'll have somebody evaluate where you are. So I did that. And it's the second time I've done that. And so I took the pictures, sent them in, and then I got an email back saying, guess what? You need more aligners. So here I am today. Yep, got another box to do impressions again. You know, it's funny. Let's make a great first impression, is what this box says. Well, this will be my third time making impressions. So the first set was a 4-month duration. The next sets were 3 months in duration. So here we are 7 months down the road. I'm assuming when I send this in, I'll get another 3 months just like I did last time. So we're up to 10 months in how long it's going to take for this to happen or to get straight. And we'll see at that point. And then I asked him, I said, well, when I need my retainers, what am I supposed to do? And they said, well, you got to contact us, and you got to contact us 5 weeks before you need those retainers. I'm still not sure my teeth are going to be straight 5 weeks before I need the retainers, but we'll see how this set goes. I'm assuming this one will work because the last 3 months my teeth are in a better position, so it looks like they just need to be moved into shape. It looks like the spaces and everything are all there. They just need that final push into their final shape. So I'm assuming this is going to work. But communication-wise, Smile Direct Club is horrible. They need to get that fixed. They need to do a better job with their customer service. They need to do a better job of reaching out to their customers, especially when they know exactly where they are in the process, and making sure everything's going okay. Making sure that if we're not happy, that they're telling us to go ahead and take pictures so they can have their orthodontist or whoever they are, their dentist, I don't even know what kind of qualifications these people have, and make sure they're taking a look at these and giving us their opinion on where we are. So that's enough. As far as the aligners themselves, they fit like they're supposed to fit. When I put a new set in, they're very tight, and then after wearing them a few days, they loosen up, so I know that they are actually moving my teeth. And of course they're moving my teeth. I can see it. I can see in my smile that the teeth are straighter than they have been, which I'm really happy with. So as far as the quality of aligners, they get a B on that, just because in order for me to give you an A, you have to be superior, and I don't think they are. And then as far as the overall happiness with Smile Direct Club, I'm going to wait until I get the next set of aligners, see what those do, and see how that looks in the end, and see if I'm ready for my retainers at the end of that process. And I'll give you an update on that. So here we go again. Time to make more impressions just like I did last time. Time to send those in, time to wait for new aligners to come. Meanwhile, I'm wearing my last set of aligners that I've been wearing for the last 2 weeks. So I'll have to wear those for, I guess, a few more weeks while they make these new set. And I'll update you on where we are after that. So, Smile Direct Club, not as happy as I thought I was going to be. Hello there. Well, my new aligners came. It's been about 5 weeks. I don't have the dates with me right now, but I'll put it down below how long it actually took. So between the time that I discovered that I needed new aligners and then had the image kit sent to me, the impression kit sent to me, did my impressions, sent it back, they had to make the aligners, send those back to me. And this time I got a 2-month supply. So I'm gonna call it good at the end of this 2 months. Whatever it is, it is. All of my teeth are straight except for one that's bothering me. I'm not sure these aligners are ever gonna get that to work. So I'm gonna just give up. And on this set of aligners, at least, there's a sticker on one of the sets that tells me when it's time to order my retainers. So I'll do that when I get to that set of aligners. So I'll check back in with you then when I get the retainers, and we can see where we are in this whole process. This video is turning out longer than I thought it would. I thought it was just going to be, you know, easy peasy short video on my experiences with the Smile Direct Club, but it's turning into more of a process than I thought it would. So anyway, stay tuned, and we'll see how this whole thing wraps up. I did want to mention that this set of aligners didn't fit as well as the other sets that I've had. It's not that they didn't fit on the teeth so well, it's that they dug into my gums a little bit more, and they were actually kind of painful to wear. So in the beginning of the video, I showed you an emery board that you could use to smooth out the rough spots. And that's really all that's for, is if there's a piece of plastic that's kind of hanging off because it didn't get cut quite right, you could just use that and smooth off some of those rough spots. But if they're actually digging into your gums, I found the best way to fix that is to get out a pair of scissors and just cut off the part that's digging into you. And it's pretty easy to figure out where that part is. However, on this set, the part that was digging into my gums was right at the curve around the front teeth. And so I couldn't get the scissors in there to trim off. It was on the inside part too, not on the outside. So I couldn't get the scissors to trim that part off. So I had to use an X-Acto knife, and that worked as well. Just a little bit harder to do, but it's actually overall pretty simple. And once I've did that, they fit fine. And I've had to do that on a couple of sets. So I think this whole batch is going to be that way. But don't worry about it if that happens. Just trim it off and they still work fine. Okay, let's finally wrap this thing up. I've got my retainers. They came in the mail the other day. They came in this funny little envelope here. May you grin forever. Inside that envelope was my retainer guide. And this guide is really pretty simple. It says when you get your retainers, you wear them every day for 2 weeks. And then after that, you only have to wear them at night. They also gave me another one of these cases. I have another one around here somewhere, so it's good to have a second one. And I'll put my retainers in this. Once I can take them out in the morning, I'll go ahead and just stick them in this, and another way to protect them, so it's good to have that. The actual retainers themselves are the same thing as your aligners. Same material, same thickness, same fit. These will last about 6 months, and then they say you need to replace them. And I think after 6 months, you're going to be ready to replace them. So at $100 pop, $200 a year is what your maintenance is going to cost on this program. Now I will probably go to my dentist, well I know I'm going to go to my dentist and talk to them about a regular wired retainer. So this will be just like any other retainer that you would see for somebody coming out of braces. I'm going to take a look at the cost of that, compare it to the $200 a year that I'd pay for this, and see what's best. I may also take a look at those permanent retainers. It's a material that gets bonded to the back of your teeth, and it just stays there permanently, so you don't have to worry about retainers from there on out. So I'm going to go ahead and give my grades out. I'm going to grade several different parts of the Smile Direct Club. Please know this is my opinion based on my experiences, so your mileage may vary. First up, let's talk about the impressions themselves. So I had the opportunity to do 2 different kinds of impressions, the in-office impressions and the at-home impressions. The in-office was great because you got to talk to people and talk more about the program, and for my first set of impressions, I'm glad I did that. The at-home impressions didn't take that long to do, and they produced a quality result. So impression-wise, I'm going to go ahead and give them an A. speed of delivery. Now the speed of delivery, they kept telling me 4 to 6 weeks, so they over-promised and under-delivered. No, they under-promised and over-delivered. Yeah, that's it. They said 4 to 6 weeks. Everything came faster than that. My initial box of aligners, I got those just within a couple weeks. They told me it would be 4 to 5 weeks for my retainers, and I got them in 10 days. So speed of delivery, going to give them an A in that category as well. Next up, let's talk about the fit. So no matter how I did my impressions, the aligners just fit. They didn't need much trimming. The last set I needed to trim just a little bit because it dug into my gums, but that's easy to do. Just a little tiny trimming with some scissors and you're all done there. I did have to use the emery board one time just because I had a little hanging piece of material that I just filed off. That worked great. So for fit, they also get an A. Customer service. I'm going to break this down into 2 different customer service categories. So customer service when I reached out to them. I tried to reach out to them via email. I tried to reach out to them via text messages. I did reach out to them with the online chat. I did not call them. So there is a phone number you can call. I did not try that, so I can't grade that. So the email did not get responded to. The text message did not get responded to. But once I had the online chat and had somebody online, they are able to answer all my questions with no problems. That worked great. So just know if you need to talk to somebody at the Smile Direct Club, use that online chat feature and you'll be fine. I give them a B with that, simply because they didn't return my other forms of communication. And then the actual straightening themselves. So my teeth are straighter. I have one tooth that is still not in position. It's been my problem tooth. I'm giving up, which means I'm satisfied with them the way they are. I could go through another round of impressions and aligners, but I just don't know if they'll get any better than they are. So I'm calling it good here. And for the actual straightening of my teeth, I'm giving a B grade there as well. The other part of customer service is them reaching out to me. So like I've said before, they know what schedule I'm on. They could very easily reach out to me and say, hey, we see you're at this milestone, send us some pictures and we can do a consultation for you. That does not happen. If you want to talk to one of their dentists, you're not going to. It's just not going to happen. So if that's important to you, this is not a good option for you. As far as them reaching out and telling me when to change my aligners, they did that about 90% of the time, not 100% of the time. Reaching out and telling me it's time to order my retainers, they did not do that also, although I did get that message on one of my retainer packages, like my third set in, or my third try at getting retainers. And so there isn't that outreach at all. They do send you messages when they want you to buy something, but other than that, to check on your progress, to see how you're going during a certain milestone through your process, that doesn't happen. They get an F there. They should do that. I think that's important, and so I'm giving them a failing grade there. My overall satisfaction throughout this whole process, because of that failing grade, I'm going to go ahead and give them a B-. I'm happier with my teeth the way they are now than the way they were. I would not want to go back. And so this is a good option for straightening your teeth. I did not grade price, but price is an A. They are cheaper than the other options out there. And so this is a very good option to go ahead and pursue if this is something you're interested in, as long as you meet their conditions for being able to straighten your teeth. But also follow up with your regular dentist. Go to your regular dentist, have them do examinations for you, because you're not going to get the follow-up through the club, at least with your regular dentist when you go in for your cleanings, your regular periodic checkups. You'll at least have some consultation there. So that's my video for the Smile Direct Club. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's helpful. If you have specific questions, go ahead and send me a comment. I will try to respond the best I can. If you would subscribe to my channel, that'd be great. This virus thing, it looks like the vaccine's just right around the corner, and we're going to go ahead and get vaccinated, beat this thing, and get back to life the way it was, which means I can get back on the road. I can get back to doing RV videos, which is really why I bought the RV and why I retired the way I did. So hopefully that's not too far down the road. So talk to you soon, and hope you enjoyed everything.
Be service.